Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Katie Asco from Dublin, Ireland, and these are your latest headlines from around the world. The Vatican has urged states to involve citizens as well as representatives of faith communities in legislative initiatives. The appeal was made on Tuesday, April 27th by Monsignor Janusz Urbanczyk, who is the Holy See's permanent representative to the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. The high-ranking Vatican official said states should promote representatives of religious communities to give their views and take part in debates on current issues. Reiterating that authentic democracy is possible only in a state governed by law, Monsignor Urbanczyk recalled the words of the Holy Father, saying that democratic process calls for the pursuit of constructive and respectful dialogue. After an attempted shooting, the bishopelect of the diocese of Rumbek in South Sudan is reported to be safe. In a video recorded from his hospital bed in Nairobi, Kenya, Father Christian Carlassare said though his injuries were life-threatening, he is on the path of recovery and is receiving good medical care. He said it will take time for him to walk again, promising to return to his flock. The Comboni missionary also urged for, quote, reconciliation and justice with the same heart of God. The Italian priest was appointed Bishop of Rumbek on March 8th, and his episcopal consecration was scheduled for May 23rd. It is reported that two assailants shot him in both legs by firing through his door of the rectory of the Holy Family Cathedral in Rumbek in the early hours of April 26th. Pro-life activists have expressed concern over the nomination of Samantha Power as the head of an important US global aid agency. Earlier this month, Ms. Power, who is a former envoy to the United Nations, was nominated Administrator of the US Agency for International Development, or USAID. Pro-life supporters feel that Ms. Power would have total authority to determine which groups receive Washington's assistance in developing countries. They believe that her record in international affairs point to the possibility of USAID providing aid to pro-abortion and pro-LGBT groups in developing countries. Her nomination to the top aid agency still has to be approved by the Senate. Ms. Power, who describes herself as Catholic, co-chaired the Catholic outreach for the Biden 2020 presidential campaign. On Tuesday, April 27th, Idaho joined a host of US states that support the sanctity of life. The state enacted a law banning most abortions at the onset of a human heartbeat, which can occur as early as 6 weeks into a pregnancy. In a statement announcing the signing of the bill, Governor Brad Little said no one should ever relent in the efforts to protect the lives of the preborn, adding that he was proud to sign the bill into law. The legislation states that it will only go into effect if a federal appeals court upholds yet another heartbeat ban. Idaho's bill has exceptions for medical emergencies intended to prevent the death of the mother, and also allows victims of rape and incest to have an abortion. In a similar manner, on Monday, April 26th, Oklahoma passed 3 anti-abortion bills, including a near-total ban on abortion and a heartbeat ban. Also in the US, Catholic bishops of the US state of Arizona have welcomed the passing of a law that helps mothers and saves the lives of preborn children. The bill, which was signed by Governor Doug Ducey on April 27th, prevents doctors from aborting babies with a non-lethal genetic anomaly, such as Down syndrome. Having already banned selective abortions based on race and gender, with the new law, Arizona will also confer all civil rights on preborn children. In a statement, the bishops say that the law proves that Arizona continues its legacy as the most pro-life state, expressing hope that the legislation awaits the day when Roe v. Wade is overturned. Doctors who violate this law will be charged with felony unless it was done in a medical emergency. The Church in Latin America is facing an influx of the coronavirus, which has recently claimed the lives of several priests, religious and bishops. Dozens of clerics have died in the first quarter of this year after contracting the virus while carrying out pastoral work. As many as 200 priests are infected in Venezuela, and 24 have succumbed to the virus. The situation worsens in Mexico, where 221 priests, 11 deacons, 8 female religious, and 5 bishops have died due to COVID-19 since the beginning of the pandemic. In Peru, the chaplain of the Air Force, Father Rivera, and former head of the Episcopal Conference, Bishop Gastilumendi, and in Colombia, Bishop Piedrahita and Franciscan friar Father Ramirez have also recently lost their lives to the illness. As the health system in India is on the verge of collapse with the surge in coronavirus cases and mortalities, the Catholic bishops have put forth suggestions to meet people's basic needs. Archbishop Peter Mikado of Bengaluru has criticised the hospital's negligence of admitting critically ill patients and is suggesting to convert Catholic schools and institutions near each Catholic hospital into COVID-19 care centres for non-critical patients. The Archbishop looks forward to receiving permission from the government for this initiative. India is struck by a second wave of the pandemic, which is estimated to be 100 times more dangerous than the previous wave. Without adequate healthcare, thousands are succumbing to the virus daily. Those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow and visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.